See, every time whenever the validator fails means browser will have a property error message. That property we are initializing to the we are setting to the source for the validator. So compare validator dot error message is equals to args dot value is not an odd number. Okay, and this function name we need to pass in the properties of custom validator client validation function is odd. Let's see.
Where did you copy the JavaScript file from?
Yeah, in my file here,
Oh, okay.
it's there with me.
Okay.
Okay.
To write such codes, we need to know Java.
Yeah, JavaScript. No, no, not Java. JavaScript.
I mean JavaScript, yeah.
Yeah, it's different code. Two I am saying. You can see custom validator. Okay, error message is not provided. Custom validator. It says it's not submitting. Two is not an odd number. Okay, error message. The number what you enter is not an odd number. 21. Everything fine. Everything goes right. No problem. Okay. Give the error message here. Okay, so that is the client side. So to work with custom validator, you need to write the, if you want to validate that validator at client side, you have to make use of JavaScript function. See, all these validator, how they are working is nothing but by default they have some JavaScript functionality in it. Okay, so automatically the JavaScript will be rendered to the client. For require field validator, it has some JavaScript functionality. It will check for that input is provided or not. For compare validator, for range, for regular expression, all. But for custom validator, if you are validating the user input at client side, you need to make use of the property client validation function. Okay, in the source also you can see custom validator id is cv OOD run at server control to validate, to which control we are validating. Error message is this 4 color red. Yeah, the property says client validation function, the function name. Okay, so manually you need to implement the JavaScript functionality over here. If you are working with custom validator, you need to write the JavaScript code. And we have an event for this. Okay, if you want to validate it server side, custom validation at server side, if you want to validate means there is an event server validate. Let's see that also. Go to the properties of custom validator, events, server validate, double click, it will generate the event for you. Then make use of the code, whatever the logic you want. Okay, CV double OD. CV double OD. TXT on. Let's compile the page. String and int. Fox is a type of server validate event logs. String, okay. Mod 2, value mod 2, it is giving an error here. Okay, so here we are getting an error. No. I just appending the text here. I'm appending the text with this is not an odd number. So whatever the number we entered here, like in the text box how we grabbed it in the message box, we are taking here also. You can. But here the error is there, it's not taking. Operand cannot be applied to operands of type string and int value is of type string. Okay. Let's see some code I have written over here in order to check again the same thing if it is valid or not. We are validating it server side. Yeah, here we have written the function, no Shubha, in the source script. This is a JavaScript function. This is the code of JavaScript, and the code what we have written over here in the code behind is a C# code. Yeah, server side. Okay, so we are validating the user input for custom validator at server side. So what we have done, just we have written some code in server side to validate the user input for custom validator, and I just removed the function name here, client validation function. Okay, I want to check at server side whether it is valid or not. One, okay, two. Can you see that 2 is not an odd number, but it is submitting to the server. From the server, after submitting the server, we are getting the response. Okay, after submitting the form to the server, we are getting the response from the server. the argument value. So this control is associated with this text box right now. This is the custom validator. Okay. Any doubts here? Fine, so we'll proceed. Some important things we need to discuss. Okay, what are those? Let's see. I'll take one more button control here. Something like cancel. Okay, I want to cancel the registration. So let's write some logic in this button. Cancel. What is that? In order to clear all the text boxes. Fine, this is my code. Okay, this code I want to execute when I click on cancel button. So basically what is happening over here, you can easily understand. When I click on submit button, we'll get some message errors. Okay, these errors we are getting. Why we are not getting date of birth, amount, all those errors is nothing but those will be validated if the input is provided. As the input is not provided, they will not be validated. You have to make use of require field validator for each otherwise. Fine. So this form is not submitted and it is telling me at the client side itself these are the errors. Okay, what if right now if I want to say cancel? Okay, some details say here, here, here I have given. I want to cancel the form, registration form. Some value, let us give delivery.